I chose this deck as my first deck because I was still a little apprehensive about doing tarot with my religious background. I was raised Baptist, but I grew up and learned to spread my wings as far as spirituality goes. This world is big. God is omnipresent. He created everything. So if he gives you a gift, use it. Okay, so that was a side note. Hello, how are you? This is Magnolia Empress, aka Maggie, and I'm here with another deck review, okay? Today we're reviewing my very first tarot deck, which is LLewellyn's Classic Tarot Deck by Barbara Monroe, and it's illustrated by Eugene Smith. Okay, the deck, how it looks now, the box is blue. Okay, so if you go to Amazon, this is what it looks like. Okay. And of course, right now it's $29.99. I got it on February 6, 2019. And at that time, it was under $20. It was $17.55 at tax, $19.21. Okay. Either way, it's worth the money. Okay. Now, I chose this deck as my first deck because I was still a little apprehensive about doing tarot with my religious background. I was raised Baptist, so anything outside of the Bible is considered witchcraft or hocus pocus. But I grew up and learned to spread my wings as far as spirituality goes. This world is big. God is omnipresent. He created everything. So if he gives you a gift, use it. Okay, so that was a side note. Whatever that gift is, as long as your intentions are true, then you're on the right path as far as your spirituality goes. But anyway, let's just hop into it. Physical look of the box. I'm pretty sure the box is probably still the same. It's a nice sturdy box. It has the magnetic, see those little circles there? It has the magnetic little thing to keep it closed. The book is one I think is the bonuses of it. It's in color. Pictures are in color. The book is 255 pages. I have read a few books by Barbara Moore. I have a lot of her decks. I'm starting to feel like she's one. Well, I'm not starting to feel like, I know she's one of my favorite tarot deck and oracle. I don't know if she has any oracle. Yes, she do. Oracle deck creators, because she makes it easy for a beginner to just grab it, read her books, and pick it up. Okay, so you don't have to take the cards with you if you want to study the book while you're at work or on the road somewhere. You can just grab this book and read it. You can even put a little book cover on it if you want to be kind of secretive about what you're doing. So she has the cards breaking down the major arcana first, and then she goes into 1s, 2s, 3s, then the court cards. Okay, she explains the symbolism, the keywords. She'll have the reverse meaning if you decide to do reversals. She has the astrological reading meaning for each card, then the element symbols, and then just a nice summary for you. All right, now as far as the cards go, again, I had these cards about to say 2 years now, and they are still hanging in there. Okay, this is the back. Now I took a blue marker and outlined the outsides of the cards, because I was at a point where I wanted all my cards to be cute. I didn't want them to look old. But of course, at the time, as time go on, I got over that. Okay, so even after I outline the cards, it's still going to, the ink is going to fade out anyway. So don't get the decks thinking that you're going to have a blue, it's going to be gilded in blue. No, it's not. It's still going to be white, but that doesn't matter. Okay, again, cardstock is pretty good. I had these cards 2 years. I have manipulated them, shuffled them. Y'all know my routine. So They have lasted. No ends have clipped off. The pictures are still good. It's a glossy finish. So now, as far as Eugene Smith's illustrations, they're still similar to Raider White, but he just made it, I want to say, a little more softer, not very feminine, but still not to a point to where it would creep you out, okay? Like the Judgment card. It has a little more softer feel to it, so you don't get too freaked out about it. Here's the Death card. And here's a card that, you know, some people always go to. The Devil in this one compared to Rider-Waite Smith is not as, the drawings isn't as hard, okay? So you can look at this Devil card. It's a little partial nudity in there, but you have to really be looking for that in order to see it. I wouldn't really fuss too much about it. So what I appreciate about what Eugene Smith did is he opened up the pictures with his illustrations to where you can see the symbols more. Where with the traditional deck, everything is so fine line to where you can't really focus on the image. Where with this deck, you can read the book a couple of times, or you can just try on your own, doing like a daily draw of one card and gather the learn the symbolism for yourself. I will say though, from experience, that as you start to get familiar with reading tarot, I'm just going through the cards, turning them upright because I just did a spirit message. But as you take time to get to know the cards and understand their meaning and study them, you will have some meanings that appeal to you that may not be in Miss Moore's book, but that's okay. That's called trusting your intuition, and sometimes your spirit guides will make a card mean something different from normal. Like let me find it. Like this Three of Swords, some people think of it as heartache. I see it more as a hard truth coming towards you, and you're not gonna like it. It's gonna make you feel lost, or you may be at a really tough spot in the road where you thought things was gonna go right, and the universe was like, hell to the no. It's time for you to learn a lesson, and I need you to sit down like mama done put you in timeout. Okay, I like the fluffiness and fun of this card. This card brings me to mind of Sex in the City, so I appreciate the look of that. Like this card, does she give you like Beyonce tease of just opulence and all that matters to the world? So this is the only thing I don't like about tarot cards sometimes, is that if you're gonna have nudity, can you have some male nudity too? I just want equal opportunity expressions in the art, okay? I mean, we saw a little bit of male nudity in the Lover's card or the Devil's card with this deck, but I just get tired of seeing women breasts all the time. Like, it's okay to show nipple. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Like the Lover's card, this was the card that I was actually looking for. All right, he made the Archangel appear not as fierce and aggressive, and you can actually see, like, that's a tree burning, and you can actually see the snake on a tree. The ground looks real fertile and fresh around them, yet is dry in the center where they're standing. The High Priestess looks nice as well. So I even like the Nine of Swords card. Normally they have it to where the bed is going north to south, but they have it east to west, and then the swords are angling down. So he does have individual his own spin on things, but you can still use these cards to learn it and then grab like a Rider-Waite Smith deck and still follow along and be able to interpret your reading as needed. Okay, so I like this Five of Pentacles. You have more imagery to pick up on. Okay, normally they have it to where the window is directly in the background, but right now it's a little bit off to the side. It's like a foreshadow, if you will. Okay, so let's get into some of my favorite cards in this deck. Just gonna do another quick flip through. Showed you a few. This is cute. The Six of Cups. It looked like an older brother giving his little sister some flowers. Grab it right quick. The Ten of Cups looks a little bit more they brighten up the sun in the background so you can see the happiness within the family. With the Seven of Swords here, you can tell that he's still in something. He's up to no good. Okay, so they made sure that you can get the interpretation of the card in that. Oh shoot, that's my pork chops, y'all. I'll be right back. My pork chops.
A few moments later.
Okay. This is what some of the things I pay attention to when I look at cards. Okay. Now, you see how the Queen of Wands, she has that fierce look. The land is almost like a desert, but she still has that sunflower, so there's still like a drive to get it back to where it was. You have the black cat there, which gives a little bit of mystery, but cats, and then the lions are like, I'll move when I see fit, and when I move, y'all best to respond accordingly. That's what this Queen of Wands gives me. But this Queen of Cups has a more softer feel to it. You have the mermaid at the top. The water is still behind her. She has that cup. Legs are even crossed with her toe dipped in. So she's like trusting her emotions and waiting to see, based on her emotions, how she will move. She's going to test the waters first before she moves in. Where Miss Ma'am here, she's ready to strike. She has no problem moving forward. She got the staff ready just in case she got to throw down. I even have a feeling she'll fight with that flower too if you make her. And then her feet are like open wide, like what's good, you know? To where she's ready to strike immediately. Okay, as me and my little sister like to say, immediately. All right, so I like the Four of Cups. It gives more of a all hope isn't lost. I know you're having a sad moment, but the cup coming out to help with the dove and the laurel, which symbolize victory and hope. So I like the look of that. I love the Eight of Swords. They even went as further as to not just have her tied up with all the swords around, but it's actually raining. The land is barren, and she could still get to save land because it is not flooded. She's still able to walk away from it, but she just has to find a way to grab one of those swords and move on out the way. I like the Hermit. I like this card. It looks strong because it reminds me of Moses, how he's continuing to look forward to find the answer. He even gives me Merlin teas, or reminds me too of the guy from Lord of the Rings, the guy with the long white beard, the teacher that everybody liked on Harry Potter. That's, you know, that type of wisdom on it. Okay, and then I love days. I'm a Scorpio, so of course I'm gonna like most of the Cups cards, but I love that card. Every time I see this card, it's like pure honest, innocent emotions, love, happiness, all of that good stuff. My cup runneth over, Psalms 23. That always comes to mind with this one. Okay, now I don't have really too many cards I don't like with this deck. Ooh, I'm sorry. Readings that you can do with this deck. Any reading that you can think of. Even if you decide to do reversals, you still can get the meaning of it quickly. You can do a 1 card, 3 card, the traditional Celtic cross. You can combine this with oracles, with runes, bones, whatever type of divination tool that you like, pendulum. If you're looking for a deck that you just want to dip your toe in the world of tarot, this is the deck for you. Okay, so rating wise, I give it, instead of stars, I'm gonna use magnolias because that's my name. So as far as physicalness, it gets a magnolia. Durability, another magnolia. The book, the manual, it gets 1 because not only does it have a book, it's user friendly, it's easy to understand, and it's in color, so you don't have to carry the decks with you, and it's just fun stuff. Okay, good, helpful stuff. And is the deck beginner friendly? That's another magnolia. All right, and pricing, $22.95, not bad. So that's another. I paid $19.61. You'll pay $23. I'm sure if you can find like a coupon code for Amazon or on LLewellyn's actual website, you can use it there. Now this is a mass production deck, so you can probably get it from Barnes and Nobles, or do they have Walden Books anymore? Your local bookstore, you can get it from there, or your local metaphysical store or spiritual store as well. You can find it. It's everywhere. All right, so out of 5 magnolias, I give it all 5. It is the best. Okay, now I do still have a special going from April 30th where it's 50% off, but I may, on some of my services, keep those prices the same after the discount period is over. Just use the code BLUE50, that's BLUE50, and hit me up so you can get your reading. Okay, so guys, this is the review for the LLewellyn's Classic Tarot deck. I'm gonna attach a flip through at the end of this, and there will be one separate in case you just want to flip through and not watch the whole video. But if you made it this far, thank you. So I will see you guys later. All right, bye bye.